Hey everybody, welcome back for a brand new video about that show that could have easily been ended in Season 1, HBO's House of the Dragon. Warning, beyond this point there are major spoilers for people who are not up to date in the Game of Thrones universe, along with the fantasy novels, and even for those of you who are, as some of these spoilers will give away major events from next week's season finale. This is it people, the end of the beginning. In this video we're going to give you our binge breakdown of the epic looking trailer for the House of the Dragon's first season finale of many. After that, we want to talk about the spoilers for episode 9, which did have a pretty significant deviation from what happened on the screen Sunday night. Finally, we're going to give you our Rampage recap of the leaked spoilers for the 10th and final episode of 2022, and you can already be excited because there will be a dragon fight. And a major death. Before we get into all the gory, flame-broiled spoilers, let's take a look at this trailer.
Binge. Rampage.
The promo opens up with Princess Rhaenys heading towards Dragonstone on her badass coronation-crashing dragon Meleys. Who's kind of bummed the princess didn't take all of Team Green down in one swoop. The thing is, she'd be slaying her kin, even if they are distant cousins, which is pretty far apart in the super shallow Targaryen gene pool. Kinslaying is pretty much the worst crime you can commit in Westeros, and doing so guarantees the offender is cursed for life. We're looking at you, Daemon, and Larys. We will talk more about kinslaying later in the spoilers, but sadly, Rhaenys wasn't as cutthroat as the Clubfoot. The trailer then cuts to Rhaenys at Dragonstone warning Rhaenyra that the Greens are coming for her and her kids. Rhaenyra's look tells us she won't be taking this whole treason situation lightly. This wide shot here tells us a few things. First, Daemon is holding down OG Targaryen family Valyrian steel sword named Dark Sister, and second, that Rhaenyra is pretty pregnant. How long has that bun been in the oven? After a season finale title card, the trailer cuts back into Daemon grabbing Dark Sister by the handle as he leaves the frame, presumably to go start a fight. It's Daemon after all. The next moment is a wide scenic night shot of a lit up Dragonstone, which definitely seems to signify that a storm is coming. While that moment plays on screen, we hear Daemon telling Rhaenyra that she can't bend the knee to the High Towers.
You cannot bend the knee to the High Towers, they stole your birthright.
He's right though, Rhaenyra does have a duty to the dagger and a Song of Ice and Fire. Plus, we need season 2. Daemon's dialogue continues as we see a close-up of the Queen contemplating her next move before cutting to a wide shot with Daemon leaving the room. He really is itching to use his Valyrian steel. Following that moment, the trailer cuts to One-Eyed Aemond, who's in the process of showing someone his eye hole, which may have a blue sapphire in it. Our guess is this is a confrontation with Luke at Storm's End by the background, but we'll cover that more during the spoilers section. After a cut to black, the promo fades back into the Black Council meeting, and we can already tell it's going to be a dark night. Rhaenys seems to be addressing the group and letting them know that war may be inevitable before we get an amazing overhead shot of the Black Council's war map that is underlit by fire, the way a Targaryen war map should be. The next shot we get is of Rhaenyra, who is outside, contemplating the future once again. The promo then cuts to the war map as one of the black pieces is moved to Winterfell. This is most likely where Jace is going. Winter is coming, people. Following that moment, we get another shot of the council during the day. Did they pull an all-nighter? This guy here is advising storming the Red Keep like they had a time machine to GOT Season 8. No thanks, character we never met. You'll probably be dead before the episode ends anyway. Here we see a few swords being laid out in an underground location.
There are 2 among the captains of the City Watch that remain loyal to Daemon. Let us replace them.
Is Daemon attacking King's Landing from within? Are Blood and Cheese coming early? We don't think so, but anything's possible. Following a cut to black, the promo fits back into the Daytime Council where Jace is suggesting that the kids are sent out as emissaries to the houses across Westeros. Bringing a dragon is probably a solid way to get people on board, right? This shot here is tough to see many details, but it does seem to be Luke grabbing his sword as if he's readying himself for a battle. Is he? That shot cuts into this sequence at the Baratheon stronghold, Storm's End. Luke seems to be running over to his young dragon, Arax, and the next shot shows us why he's running. Vhagar is on the scene and she's big mad. After a cut to black, the trailer takes us away from the action and back to Dragonstone where we see Sir Eric manage to grab Viserys' crown with the old 5-finger discount and he's presenting it to his one true queen.
I swear to ward the Queen.
What a lord. His brother is another story. Fucking Arik. The trailer then cuts back to the cliffhanger we just left as Luke seems to be running, or flying for his life. Arax is much faster than a bigger and slower Vhagar, but the storm at Storm's End renders that speed useless. The next sequence takes us back inside the Black Council's night meeting, although the focus this time seems to be on Rhaenyra's kids, and according to the old man voiceover, the dragon power that the Targaryens hold.
Your cause owns a power that has not been seen since the days of old Valyria.
After that, we get a shot outside of Rey and Day looking to one another like they are the Jay-Z and Beyonce of the Dragon game, and they kind of are. This shot here shows us that a new, big, and badass dragon is on the scene, Vermithor. This dragon is almost as big as Vhagar and was last ridden by King Jaehaerys, the OG king from the very first scene. If only he would have named Rhaenys. Although, then we miss out on all of the dragon fights. Following a cut to black, Daemon shows us his Westeros Got Talent audition with his dragon whispering skills. What will he do with Vermithor? The black side will need a beast to take down Vhagar. The trailer then cuts to 3 smaller dragons leaving Dragonstone, which is most likely Jace, Luke, and Baela going off to negotiate on behalf of Rhaenyra. This shot shows that maybe Daemon is a true fireproof Targaryen like Daenerys, as Vermithor is doing his worst fire-breathing exercises while Daemon doesn't bat an eye. The next sequence shows Daemon drawing his sword, no surprise there, before showing us that Ser Otto is once again standing down the Dark Prince in pretty much the same position as episode 2 while Rhaenyra reads a scroll that probably is asking for her terms of surrender. You know Daemon isn't going out like that. Could he behead Otto in a surprise twist? We would love that. The trailer then ends with a monstrous shot of Vhagar looking for a midnight snack. Whether or not she gets to eat will be covered during those spoilers, which are almost here. So far this season, the story details of every episode that leaked before the premiere have been mostly right, with a few notable exceptions starting in episode 5. Episode 9, however, had a fair amount of discrepancies from what happened on screen, which makes us wonder how many of the spoilers for the finale will be correct. The spoilers for episode 9 did not predict Princess Rhaenys rescuing her dragon in such a public way. Episode 9 also did not have Kristen changing Aegon's mind about taking the crown. These differences and the other ones we noticed are important details, and we believe that the person who leaked these spoilers probably never saw a full edited version of the finale, if they saw anything from the episode at all. That leads us to the final spoilers of the season, which could be completely unreliable or miraculously still somehow come true. There's no way to know for sure, people.
Well, have your tongue for that.
If you don't want to touch these possibly tainted spoilers, now is your last chance to leave, because it's our final
Spoiler time
for the season. The spoilers start off by telling us that Daemon is the one who informs Rhaenyra of the Green Team's coup. This seems to be at odds with the trailer and already a strike against these spoilers. Allegedly, the Queen goes into labor and miscarries, but this timeline doesn't seem to fit Rhaenyra's pregnancy. The next spoiler says there is a funeral for Rhea and Dae's unborn baby where the new queen is coronated with the crown that Rhaenys gave them, which also seems like yet another strike. Next, we find out Otto arrives on Dragonstone with Aegon's terms, which does seem to be happening. Rhaenyra allegedly sends a page of a book that she and Alicent used to read together when they were friends as some kind of peace offering. In private, Rhaenyra tells her hubby that she's thinking about bending the knee, which does match the trailer. This news sends Daemon out to the beach where he releases a lifetime of emotion. If this part is true, we're dying to see that. A big piece of news we hope will come true is Corlys coming to his senses and being filled in on what's going on. Clearly, the Sea Snake declares he's on the side of the true queen. Will this really go down? Or will we have to wait until season 2 to see the Lord of the Tides again? The next alleged spoilers are about the plans for the princes, who are supposed to go to Winterfell and Storm's End. The Vale is mentioned, but it's unclear if that is Baela's assignment. The biggest detail in these spoilers that is too specific to be lumped into knowledge of the book is the fact that whoever leaked these talked about Daemon singing to Vermithor months ago. This tells us the leaker has inside knowledge, it's just not up to date or we're being purposely memed on. Either way, it's fun to guess. The last big story details we want to potentially spoil for you is one pretty much every book fan knows is coming. Luke shows up at Storm's End. Aemon is already there kicking it to the Baratheon daughters. Aemon is feeling self-conscious about his missing peeper and he demands to take Luke's. The Baratheon Lord isn't having this and he sends Luke on his way. Vhagar and Aemon obviously follow and the storm slows down Arax to make him a dragon-sized Hot Pocket snack for Vhagar and Aemon, who will now be known as Kinslayer. The episode supposedly ends with Daemon telling his queen of the prince's death, and you know that a dragon war is finally here. Blood and cheese are coming, people. What do you think? Are all of these spoilers bogus? We think some will be accurate, but which ones are anyone's guess. All we know is that as long as HBO keeps that dragon budget in the high 7 figures, we'll be happy every episode, even if it's dark as shit. Thanks so much for watching our videos, everyone. As always, we're on the lookout for any new promo videos or leaked plot details to help prove or disprove all the rumors and theories out there about our favorite show that can even turn identical twins against each other, House of the Dragon. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Binge Rampage. Click that notifications bell for our channel so you can see our next video as soon as it comes out, and don't forget to subscribe.
They are a legacy.
History does not remember blood. It remembers names.